So as of today, this car is 1 year old. I bought it exactly a year ago today. Or I believe it's about a year ago. Because right now, this is the 14th. I mean, it's the 24th today. So this car right now has 20,000 miles. I just barely hit 20,000 miles around this day, 2 days ago. So some of the things that I have to say about this car, it's been good so far. I mean, it's held out really good. I mean, well, it's only 20,000 miles old, but at 20,000 miles, this is the way the front looks, I guess. Maybe just very minor chipping, you know, just minor. Of course, I wouldn't expect much on a car that's 20,000 miles old. So, well, I do restrict my kids from eating in the car and everything. But, you know, like, you know, they eat occasionally, but, you know, like, so my kids occasionally like to kick my seat and everything. And so this is how it looks after 20,000 miles, you know. It's like, so this car, I guess the materials in this car, you know, it can take a beating pretty decently well. It takes a beating well. I mean, it doesn't get all scratched up and ugly and stuff. And over here, I scraped the hubcap, but no big deal. Well, you know, the other day I bumped into something with the door of the car, and I made this little dent. Oh well. And then these are the tires. After 20,000 miles. So, you know, like some of the things that I could still say I like about the car is the styling. It's ultimately the styling. I really like the style still. I really like the styling of the car. And it seems like the gas mileage has improved lately. You know, it's improved. It's been giving me about almost 30 now. Before, you know, to start, this car it was giving me like only like 27 miles, but it's been giving me more lately. And I mean, it's improved to like 30 now. It's like the mileage is better now. I guess I had to really ultimately break in. But the other day though, I went to Vegas the other day, Las Vegas, and getting up there or going home, I counted the mileage. I mean, it was 200 and like 13 miles to get home from where I had to go, but I went straight 70 miles an hour straight, like non-stop, almost literally non-stop. And the car gave me about 39 miles per gallon on that trip. So this is the trip odometer. Well, this is not the Vegas, but this is the computer, you know, what it's calculated in the last. I'm going to supposedly have 70 miles left, but I haven't really, I've been getting 300 per tank. And I guess this is about what I've been getting, 29 miles, you know, 29 miles. It's been pretty good, you know, it's been good. Yeah. So that day when I went to the Vegas and when I went back home, I got 39 because to go 230 miles or 215 or something, I only used like 5 gallons or something like that. And so ultimately, you know, like the thing to like on this car is like the styling, ultimately. I mean, and what I like on this on Kia's idea is like even though that this is a stripped down model, I mean like the cheaper one, I mean it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like a stripped down, like with these tiny tires, These like when the companies, like some companies put tiny tires in these massive wheel wells, and it looks stupid when they do that. I mean, and then they have these still like gray colored bumpers, while this car is not one of those. So, yeah, and of course the stereo. I still love the stereo on this car. But now that for the things that I still dislike on the car is like the passenger seat does not raise up or down, and I don't really like that because my wife, like she sits really low and then she only sees the dashboard. That's not nice for them to have done that, to make it not adjustable on the passenger, but the driver evidently is adjustable to go up and down. That's the big thing I really don't like on this car. That's one of them. That's kind of like not cool there. But and then the other thing, it's still the rear vision, the rear view vision. I mean, I cannot see. I cannot see for shit. When I turn, forget about turning my head because I really can't see anything. I mean, I cannot see if I'm going to bump into a curb or anything when I'm backing up. So I have to be dependent on my judgment. I'm dependent on my judgment when I'm backing up, or when I want to look back to see if there's cars. When I want to change lanes, that's almost useless because I can't see. I can't even see. That's the big offender there. And then, of course, the spare tire thing, but I don't think, it's like, I don't care right now, but not wait until I get a flat tire and then I will care. I mean, I'm going to go plan on buying a tire, I have to buy a spare tire from the junkyard or something, or I want to buy a rim, maybe a full-size rim would probably be better. Full-size rim and tire, and put it back there in a jack. Oh yeah, and I guess the other thing I don't like on this car is the cup holder location. I mean, the cup holders are too far this way, too far. I mean, like here's the seat, like when I sit down, my arm is over here, and then the cup holder is way over here, I don't like the location of it. I mean, it would be nice if it was over here, like it'd be better. I mean, it'll maybe consider little things, and that's about it, I mean, that's about all I have to say that I really dislike on the car. I mean, I think there's more things I like on the car than I don't like. There's more to like about the car than there isn't to like. But of course, the other big things that I really like on the car is like it's all these things, like all the trim, the time, like the trim, it looks nice, it's not like these cheap plastic stuff. I mean, it may be cheap plastic, but it doesn't look like it though. I mean, they made it look nice at least. They made it look like it's not cheap though. And then the other thing too that I like on the car is that the air conditioner works really good. It works really good in this car. The air works really good. I mean, it's strong, it's really strong, and it does not lag. It doesn't lag with acceleration like some cars do. I know the Civic is notorious for doing that, for lagging and kind of like turning off when we accelerate. But this car does not do that, and it's really strong. The air works really good in this car. I mean, that's what I like. But the other thing, too, I don't really like is the 6-speed. I'm not a fan of 6 speeds because, I mean, it's too many gears to have to be choosing, I think it'd be better if it was 5 because it's less choice, less gears to have to choose, because, I mean, for an example, You know what I mean? Like, for an example, if I'm going to go from 4th to 5th, it's only going to save a few hundred RPMs. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me in my way. And then it doesn't really provide much more power at all. I mean, it's the same power. I mean, I get the same amount of power regardless. Like, if I was going from 4th to 5th, for instance, it's not going to give me much more power. Or, I mean, if I was going to downshift from 5th to 4th, for an example, it's hardly any difference. No difference. Like, for an example, like if I'm on the freeway and I want to pass a truck or something and I'm on 6th gear, I mean, it's putting it on 5th is not going to cut it for sure. I have to put it more like on 3rd to pass the truck, to give me enough power to give me enough passing power to pass the truck. I mean, I have to skip a lot of gears, in other words. I have to skip a lot of gears to get any efficient power, you know. And then this, you know, this is the way this looks now. Maybe starting to tear a little bit at 20,000 miles. So, for an example, if I'm aggressive driver, if I feel like I'm like in a hurry, you know, I would typically go 1st gear, and then I would go to 3rd, and then I would rev it really high on 3rd gear, and then I would go to 6th. You know, sometimes that's how I sometimes do it. Sometimes I may skip a lot of gears at times, you know. Especially like when I want to downshift for more power, I have to skip gears often. Typical day. Me going to work. I mean, I'm in Montclair, and then